well today. Oh, I hope you are ready. I want to know, have you ever felt like you were being intimidated at work as a woman in leadership? Or perhaps someone had to have a conversation with you, and the way they had the conversation started off maybe in a bit more accusatory tone, or you're doing something wrong, or you're doing something incorrect. Well, excuse me, I want to share with you the top three skills that you need to develop, you need to master, and you need to practice in order to handle situations like this when they come up in the workplace, in a business setting, or wherever the situation may appear to be as in your specific career. The foundation of this is that you need to develop an executive presence. That's number one. You need to develop an executive presence. And I'm going to share with you top three skills that will help you to manage someone when they try to intimidate you at work. Or you may be having a conversation with someone and they are trying to tell you that you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're doing all these things wrong when you know you're not doing things wrong. I want to provide you with real world reality that actually happens sometimes in terms of what you can do to manage those situations, because these issues, when they come up, will help you to be able to develop your executive presence. Now, I do have a very special offer at the end of the video today. I do want to preface it by saying, for those of you who are watching, I have an opportunity to share with you even more knowledge, even more insights to help you advance in your careers, regardless of where you are in your journey, whether you are just starting out as a leader, you've been in leadership for a little while, or perhaps you're a seasoned executive. I have a lot to share with you. Take my experiences I've had with many of my clients. I've helped them be able to develop that higher level executive presence and communicate at a higher level as individuals. That helps them whenever they have these contentious situations come up. Because oftentimes in the workplace, excuse me, people don't really talk about how do you manage difficult things. There's some videos here on YouTube. There's actually probably plenty of videos here on YouTube that talk about how do you manage difficult conversations and situations that happen. Well, I want to give you real talk today and really tell you these are the top three skills that you need to do to manage someone that is trying to intimidate you. These are things that you're not going to learn in a book. These are things that people are not going to tell you unless they've been in those situations, which is the reason why I'm here to help you all to manage these situations when they come up. So when it happens, you come up looking like the boss that I know that you are. Now, I do want to share with you all a few things, but I want to say hello to everyone first. So hello, Aiden and Brody. Hello. I hope you all are doing having a fantastic day today. And Alessandro says hello. Gypsy Rose says hello. Well, I'm here to help you all on your journey. If you have some questions specifically, perhaps you've had a scenario where you felt like you were being intimidated at work and you didn't know how to manage it. This is a place for you to ask me a question. I will give you some really great tips and things in terms of things that you can do to help prevent that from actually happening. So just let me know in the comments below how I can help you. I have an event coming up. It's going to be a 3-hour consultation session that is going to completely just set you up for immediate success. That's going to be happening Monday, March the 24th, and Monday, March the 31st. If you want to get that hand-holding, that hands-on support to give you insight in terms of what you need to do to manage these situations, office politics, leadership, gender bias, or communication, executive presence, leadership, salary negotiations, interview preparation, any of that, you'll definitely want to join the consultation sessions I have. The link is in the description below. But I want to say hello to everybody. Jay Shiflet, hello. And I have Adams present. Hello. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you all have any questions specifically on how to manage situations that come up that might be a bit more challenging in the workplace, you feel like you're being intimidated, subscribe to the channel. I will give you some additional insights. There's a lot of great videos here, and I give you the real talk. I'm not giving you the fluff. I'm not giving you the theory. I'm giving you what I have learned over the past 20 years being a C-suite executive, a manager, and a director, and a public speaker. I've been in very friendly and very contentious situations, and I help my clients to navigate those with ease. Now, the first skill that you want to have when you have encountered somebody that is interviewing or intimidating you in any setting is eye contact. Eye contact is absolutely the most important skill. But I have two more that I have to share with you that you have to know. Eye contact is a very, very important skill. Let me tell you why. Most people are not comfortable making direct eye contact with other people. There's a certain aspect of eye contact that just feels odd because we don't sit and have conversation with people and just like stare at them all the time, right? We don't do that. And so when someone is trying to be intimidating to you or intimidate you, or they are having a conversation where you did something wrong and they're telling you did something wrong and what's going on, eye contact is key. You want to maintain eye contact with them. And I have a specific tip that I do with my clients, and I want to share that with you also. And that is specifically, ask your sister, honey, that will specifically help you with this. And that is to, when you're looking at someone and making that eye contact, don't look away. Don't be the first person to look away if you can help it. Continue to make eye contact. The reason why this is so powerful and so insightful is because when you are looking away, you are showing that I'm the one that feels uncomfortable with this conversation. And when you are developing your executive presence, and definitely when someone's trying to intimidate you, we don't want that. We don't want you to share any feelings that you have that may make the other person feel like they have an edge over you or that they are in control over you. So first thing you want to do is, if someone's trying to intimidate you and you have picked up that this is what's happening, maintain eye contact and continue to look at them. Do not be the first person to look away if you can help it. Because if you can maintain eye contact, this is a great way for you to be able to set yourself apart, develop your executive presence, and put yourself in that situation where you're the one that's in control of this particular situation. That's the first one. There's a specific thing that we have here, and I don't know if you all have seen Western movies in the past. I know this may be a bit of an odd analogy, but I want to share this with you. This is something that if you've watched any Western movies in the past, then this is what will happen. There's two people. Please, go ahead. There's two people that will be looking at each other. Sorry, I have a very minor interruption here. But I have two people that will look at each other, two cowboys, so to speak. And they're looking at each other, and they look at each other, and then you see their eyes like squint because they're trying to see what's going on, and then, stuff happens, right? So keep that in mind when you're trying to maintain eye contact with other people. So I want to know from you, have you ever been intimidated in a workplace setting? If you've ever been intimidated, then this is the place for you. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and get some things together, and I will help you on that. Please go to your sister, okay? If you want some candy later, go to your sister, okay? Thank you. Sorry. Life as a mom. But nonetheless, yes, want to make sure you're maintaining eye contact with other people. The second top skill that you need to have if you feel like you are being intimidated by someone in the workplace is to control your body gestures. If you are not sure what to do, because sometimes when someone is trying to intimidate you, there's a certain amount of just negative energy they're trying to just like put on you, right? And make you mad and get you upset and get you to react emotionally. Well, the best way for you to control your gestures is to be aware that you might move around and they may say something that may trigger you. So you may want to clasp your hands together. This is something that I do. I teach my clients to do. So if you want to learn more, then subscribe to the channel for sure. And then contact me at info@exciteexcellence.org and I will help you with this. But one thing you can do is just to clasp your hands together. When you're sitting with someone, you can clasp your hands together, because even though you might feel like you're not happy about what's being said, at least your body doesn't show it. Maybe your hands feel it. You might really be in a situation where you're just like, oh, I can't believe they're telling me this right now. But use your hands, at least in a way to where your hands are down and you look very posed and very stoic in terms of your response. Because that in itself, people, when they are trying to intimidate you, they are wanting to get a reaction from you. Let me say that again. When people are trying to intimidate you or maybe tell you you're doing something wrong at work or you're doing something incorrect, they want to get a reaction out of you. So what you can do, in addition to the very first top skill, which I shared a moment ago, so watch the replay if you missed it, but you want to be able to put yourself in a situation where you are not giving them what they are looking for, which is a reaction. So you want to keep your hand gestures, your body gestures very, very minimal when you are encountering someone who is trying to give you a hard time or trying to intimidate you at work. Now, that's the second skill. Now, I want to know from you if you found any value in the skills, these top skills I'm sharing with you that are from the real world. Feel free to like the video so it gets out to more people. And if you have any questions for me on the replay in terms of how to manage people when they're intimidating you, then let me know. I'll be happy to respond to them and provide you with some assistance in terms of what you might want to think about doing when those situations come up. All right, now are you ready? I'm ready to share with you the very last skill that you want to be able to master when somebody is trying to intimidate you. And that last skill, which there are many more, if you want me to go into more, I'd be happy to go into more. But there's many more skills. But the top 3 I've shared with you, I have one more to go. One more to go. Are you ready for it? This last skill is your tone of voice. This is a time where you want to have your tone of voice to be as assertive, as professional, and as polite as it needs to be. Because oftentimes when people are being intimidated at work, or they are starting to feel emotional about a topic that is really getting them upset, their tone of voice will change. I've noticed people's tone of voice would typically either go very high because they feel like they have to argue what's being said, or the tone of voice may go very low, or almost in the form of a whisper, or no, or it may go into a bit of a whine. And I've seen this most of the time when people are trying to intimidate people and the person is responding. So what can you do to set yourself apart from this? You should speak to them in a tone of voice that is at least an octave lower than what you normally speak. So for instance, in my case, I speak normally like this. This is typically how I talk to most people. If someone's being direct with me, or they're trying to intimidate me, which does not really happen because my executive presence is way up here. I'm not having that. And I want to make sure your executive presence is way up here, so you're not having that either. But when someone's trying to maybe give some type of insight or try to maybe give me a hard time, I would say, I lower my voice. And so I will speak to them just like this and speak whatever the situation is. I come with facts. That's a bonus. I come with facts, and I always stay in tune in terms of what's going on. But you want to lower your voice, not quietly lower your voice, but the tone of your voice. Bring your voice down, because when people are communicating with you on a consistent basis at work, and they know you speak this way, and they try to come and intimidate you, but then for some reason they hear your voice is different than what it was normally or how you normally speak, they will listen and say, oh, okay, let me make sure I get myself together in that way. Now, I have found that these skills will absolutely help you when you feel like you're being intimidated at work, or you have a situation where someone needs to bring you in for a talk about something you did incorrectly or something that was wrong. And if there's something that is incorrect, then acknowledge it. Acknowledge it, and this would be more sort of a bonus. If you did something wrong, then you did something wrong. Fine. None of us are human. We all make mistakes. If you did something wrong, just acknowledge you did something wrong. However, if you know you have not done anything incorrect and you have done things properly, the best way, then I would say use these top 3 skills, because you're going to need them. And this is the best way for all of you to be able to start developing your executive presence. It is so critically important as you are developing in your career. And before I continue that, I want to say, Agave, hello, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here today. And I have found that developing your executive presence is incredibly important. Even if you're not in my target audience, which is women in leadership, I know that if you're watching this video, this is something that you're passionate about. You want to learn how to be a better leader. And I encourage you just to follow my channel, learn as much as you can. I will give you real world advice. I'm not going to give you fluff and things that are just based off of theory. No, I've been in those situations where I've had to use my executive presence, and I've been able to help my clients make that transformation in their lives too, to become more empowered and more confident individuals. So for those of you who are just now joining, I have been talking to you for a while now about a topic that I'm incredibly passionate about, because this has happened to me, this has happened to my clients, and I want to be able to help you with it. So if you're just now joining, I have shared with you the top 3 skills that you need to master to manage someone that is trying to intimidate you at work, in your business, or perhaps they want to talk to you about something you're doing wrong. The first skill, because you want to watch the replay because I go into detail, but the very first skill was to do what? Maintain eye contact. The second skill is to control your body gestures. The third skill is to change your tone of voice. I guarantee you, if you use these three skills, the next time someone tries to intimidate you, your conversation will go a bit differently than what they had thought that it would go into in terms of the direction. So this will actually help you on your journey. This will help you develop your executive presence as well. And if you want to learn more, feel free to leave me something in the comments. I will definitely go into more detail on this because I know there's not a book out there that tells you this is what you should do. If someone tries to intimidate you at work, you should do this, you should do that. That's why I want to share my real honest advice and in situations and scenarios that I personally have dealt with as a woman in leadership that can help you on your journey. Now, if the information was helpful to you, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you found this information to be helpful, feel free to share it to other colleagues of yours that are on their leadership journey. They want to become effective communicators and effective leaders, and perhaps they're at those places I mentioned at the very beginning of the video. They may be starting their leadership journey, or they may be in the middle of it. They've been leaders for several years, or perhaps they're seasoned executives like myself, and they are VPs or directors, and they know that something's missing, and they need to be able to enhance their skill set so they can enhance their career trajectory and really make that big impact on the world that they're trying to do. Now, I did want to share with you, I have some very, very exciting news for you all. I have a consultation session where I will be available to answer your questions as it relates to life as a woman in leadership challenges, executive presence, salary negotiations, interview preparation, office politics, how to advance in your career, how to be able to transition to a different career role. I'm here for you. And I have a couple of dates. I have 2 dates where I'm going to be live answering your questions for 3 hours straight. 3 hours, yes, it's going to be a long time, but I want to make sure I provide a very customized experience to the people that join. And so I have that available. The information is going to be in the description below, and it is going to definitely change your life. I'm going to give you some direction that you need to move forward in your career, whatever that direction is or whatever challenges you're facing. I'm here to really support you on your journey. Now, there's 2 different types of admissions that happen with it. There's a general admission where you will be able to have access to ask me questions. You'll have access to the replay, and you'll be able to get some real-time feedback from me. Now, if you want to upgrade to VIP, VIP is going to give you a lot more access. So you will get the opportunity to ask questions first. You'll be on a priority basis for me to answer questions for you. You'll have access to the replay, of course, as well. But you're also going to get a 15-minute one-on-one conversation with you and I so that we can talk about something maybe that perhaps may be a bit more sensitive that you want to get some additional guidance on. You will have that opportunity to work with me in that capacity. I'm also going to give you access to a masterclass of mine. It is a executive communication masterclass. This is for free. This all comes in with being a VIP for this particular event. So you'll have access to the executive communication masterclass, which will automatically help you to elevate your communication skills as a woman in leadership. And then, of course, you're always welcome to provide me with any support or any questions that you have. And if for some reason, because the event's going to be happening on March the 24th, which is on Monday, and there's going to be a second event happening on March the 31st, which is a Monday, it's going to happen from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you, for some reason, you cannot attend, you're not able to make it, no problem. If you upgrade to VIP, then you will have the ability to ask me a question. You can ask it either virtually or via audio. That's how I operate. Or if you have to do written, that's fine too. But you can ask me a question and I will give you a video response back to your question because you weren't able to attend. So just know that I have you covered. This is going to be a really exciting event. I'm excited to be able to provide you all with this high level of support to help you all on your specific journeys. So make sure you check out the description to get that information about the consultation I will provide to you. There's 2 admissions, there's general and then there's VIP. VIP, of course, has a lot more to offer, but I will give you some really great information to help you on your journey. Learn from my over 20 years of experience dealing with different type of situations where I've been in high level situation or high stakes situation in terms of dealing with congressional members and etc. to move forward in your career. So before I go, I want to say hello, LP 2013. Welcome back. Glad to see you again. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I just went over a top 3 skills of what to do if someone is intimidating you at work or in your business. So if you have any questions about it, specifically, if this happened to you, you didn't know what to do, this is a great place to ask those questions before I get off of the live. But nonetheless, the consultation is going to be life-changing. You're going to have some really great insights. And I'm really excited about this because it will be an opportunity to help you on your journey and get some support. The packages themselves, they are well over $750, but I'm going to be doing it at a fraction of the cost because I really want to help the people in my audience that are really trying to improve their leadership skills. And so there's one admission that is listed there in the description, and we have a second one for VIP. So it's going to be much less than what it normally would be. And so this is a really limited offer. This is a one-time opportunity for you to work with me directly and be in a group setting, because a lot of times what I found in group settings is that when you have those conversations and that dialogue, you actually learn from other people that will help you. So it's not just you asking your own question, but you're going to learn from other people in the consultation session as well about challenges they're facing and how you could potentially avert those challenges or accelerate your growth. So this is a really great opportunity. I'm so incredibly excited about it, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing you either next Monday on the March the 24th or on the 31st. Either day is fine. Check out the links in the description below. Sign up as soon as you can because there's only a limited amount of slots that I'll be able to take, especially with having everyone together for 3 hours. I want to make sure I'm answering everybody's question to the fullest extent. So sign up for the consultation sessions as soon as possible. They are going to fill up, I am sure, and I know VIP is going to fill up pretty quickly. So make sure you sign up. If you have anything you're dealing with, you're struggling with, as a leader, as a woman in leadership, then this is the place for you to be. So if you all don't have any additional questions, I will see you at the next video. And once again, I appreciate you all so much for being here. And I do want to share one more thing that I'm so incredibly excited about. I woke up this morning and I found out that I am at 300 subscribers. Now, I know for many of you on the YouTube world, 300 subscribers may seem like it's a lower number, but for me personally, it is a huge milestone. And I just appreciate you all for subscribing to my channel, being a part of my journey. Many of you know what I'm trying to do, what I want to accomplish. And I'm just really excited. I'm so excited to have 300 subscribers. To me, it's like I get to impact 300 people in some way. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all. And of course, I want to keep growing, of course. So if you have someone that is interested in enhancing their leadership skills, let them know about the place to be. All right, so I'll see you all in the very near future. Thank you so much for helping me to get to 300 subscribers, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.